Hello everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. After doing a couple of new ones, I wanted to go back to an old, but a good mod, and that's the random placement mod. It was, I think, the first real mod I ever played in Hearts of Iron, and my god do I love it, because you just don't know what you're going to get. It really, this mod I find has the best replayability and longevity for Hearts of Iron for me. Not just in Battle Royale, which we're doing today, but also just in general, just in playing, right? Because you can pick whatever country you want to pick and possibly be quite successful with it, because you generally get okay land. I've had some times where I've gotten fucking nothing, and I've literally reloaded out of frustration, but yeah, it's pretty cool, and especially at the start of Battle Royale, when they're like, Costa Rica has declared war on Romania, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? How? What's going on? Where are they? And you're like scrambling around trying to find out where the fuck they are. It also randomizes ideologies, right? So, like, you have the Australian People's Republic, you have the Gunna Philippines, Chinese Republic, Italian Union, Sanma Free State, Kingdom of Egypt is here, Nicaragua, Reno de la Costa, which is, I don't even fucking actually know, Costa Rica, possibly? You know what I mean? They randomize names, so even then you're just kind of like, wait a minute, I haven't seen that one before, what's going on? So it's kind of crazy. Canadian Popular State still being all cold up there. Not a great starting point, actually. Kind of shit. But, and the glory, too, is that everybody starts off with nothing. So no units or anything like at all, so they have to, rapidly militarize and industrialize and stuff on their own scale, which is great. It gives everybody kind of a clean slate. Anybody can win this. We've had your usual superpowers come out on top, but a lot of time we've had just some weird matchups for the last bit. So, super excited to see what the hell's going to happen with this one. So yeah, the only thing with this, of course, is I had to pick the 3 or the 6 month, depending on how much I want to put in. Start date for Battle Royale, so it takes a minute for it to get going. I don't know why I haven't just unpaused it while I'm talking, but yeah, it takes it a little bit to get going. I should start to observe, so poor Germany can actually get on its feet there. Germany's actually in a pretty good spot there. They have all of the boot of Italy, all of Italy in general, with the exception of the islands, Sicily and Sardinia there. But they also have a good portion of the Balkans, which is pretty good. Bulgaria's got northern, most of northwestern Germany, as well as the Benelux states, which is great for them. Yeehaw. Iraq's got southern France. Zibi Sanma has northern France. Australia has pretty much all the Iberian Peninsula, and they will most likely take out the Mexican Soviet Republic right away to secure that holding when the wars do start off. Ireland's got the Baltic states, as well as some parts of Russia, including St. Petersburg, or Leningrad, I guess, in this one. Very interesting capital choice, though, considering all of the cities they have, like, again, Leningrad, Tallinn, Riga. They could have... Oh, that couldn't have been Memel. Who could have been Memel? Finland! You fucking idiots. You could have been great. And there we go. Here is the start of all the wars. Everybody does have a few units, at least, to them. Most of them should. It all depends on who is going to be strong. The Bulgarians and the Germans are first off, and like I said, the Australians taking out them is obvious. Always interesting, too, to see. It's always 3 or 4 divided up on the island of Great Britain. Always interesting to see who takes that. Great Britain itself is in parts of Canada and the northern United States. Yugoslavia's got a huge swath of Canada. That's really actually quite large. Damn. Same with Belgium. Leopoldian Belgium here has a huge amount of the southern states going on, which is kind of crazy. The Dutch Reich is there. Argentine Republic has the Maritimes and most of New England. Pretty valuable land. Dutch Reich has also very good land. Svea Reich has Newfoundland. Good job, Sweden. That's just sad. Poland has this weird giant chunk that's mostly useless. France has an interesting area here, I have to admit. That is quite an interesting section. Yemen has Korea, as well as parts of whatever. Who the hell? Is that Spain? It is Spain. And they're fighting Portugal for control of Japan. Okay. Sure. Why not? Guatemala and who is that? Vietnam are fighting over southern China, as well as Venezuela there. Interesting collage of nations. Ooh, look at this hellhole. The Spanish Empire has a little bit of it. German Republic has a little bit of it. Luxembourg is here as well. Not sure the rest of Luxembourg is. It's an interesting color for Luxembourg. Denmark is in the Western Sahara. The African ones never seem to do super well because it's not very developed. So, I mean, somebody takes over all of Africa eventually, yes, but they never seem to do super well in the end game. Europe is going crazy. Bulgaria is actually winning right now against the German states. So that's interesting. They have a couple of them surrounded up here, which is going to be costly at an early stage. Getting surrounded at this kind of stage is very, very costly because you're going to lose a lot of units quickly. It looks like the Persians have joined in on the war with the Germans as well, which is probably why they're doing so poorly. Which is good for Bulgaria and Persia, though. It gives them some pretty valuable land to work with. Finland at war with Ireland. Looks like that's a pretty stalemate-y war right now. The Finns have a lot of units, though, they could be putting towards this war. It's just like they're non-expansionistic. I don't know. They're the ones pushing. I guess they are, too. I don't know. Very odd war. Not really going anywhere. Goodbye, Peru. Socialist Republic of Zhejiang, I think that's how you pronounce that, is going against Afghanistan. Afghanistan appears to be ahead, but I can't quite tell. That's pretty even at this point. Australia going against Iraq, what's left of Iraq, who is also at war with the Sanma Free State there. Australia's going to be a pretty interesting player in Europe, I think, because they're going to take out Iraq. They're probably going to take out these guys here. Who is this? The Russians? Oh, poor Russia. You got a really bad end of the stick. Yeah, they're going to go after Russia here. Not surprised. And then they're probably going to go after Germany or Zenma. Probably Germany first. Oh, no, Zenma. They did it. So Australia's going after them. No, Canada! Somebody declared war on you, which means they think they're better than you. Latvia is at war with you. Is that it? Oh, no, Yemen as well. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Is that it? We just have to take out Latvia? That's nothing, but no. Yemen's got some pretty good industrial heartland here, so yeah. France got taken out by Poland, which is embarrassing. Japanese People's Republic is fighting desperately against Uruguay. Looks like Uruguay has the upper hand. Norwegians have a pretty nice empire carved out here. Gotta give them that. Same with Cuba. It's very Ottoman-y, and that's a little disturbing. But hey, they're doing alright. Mongolia attacking Liberian Commune. If they can win against the Liberian Commune, that would be a very valuable win. Lots of oil and stuff in the Middle East here. But I think they are losing, because I'm pretty sure Liberia didn't have Egypt and stuff beforehand, but I'm not too sure. This war has been going on for a while. The Italians and the Philippines, they have been fighting for a very, very long time. And Denmark is creeping up of them. Oh, and Denmark has declared war on the Philippines, and I think the Greeks just did too. So that's probably it for them. Good hard fight going on there. The Persians taking on the Germans as the Bulgarians clean up pockets of resistance that are still on their border. I wonder how that border is going to look, though. Bulgaria's been in that war a lot longer, so not too sure how that's really going to work out for them or not. But we'll see. Dutch Reich declared war on Yugoslavia. Wait a minute. Oh wow, the Dutch took out who was there? I forget. Argentines, the Argentinians, Argentina, they were there. They took them out. Now they're at war with the Yugoslavs. Not sure who has the better army. I'm going to guess the Dutch. I say it's pretty even. The Dutch have, what, 21 divisions, which is actually quite impressive. Yugoslavia, 15. Okay, so the Dutch do have more divisions. I guess it all depends whether Belgium really wants to eat them alive. Because if Belgium decides to actually win here, they could go after them. Who knows? All depends on what happens with the Dutch Reich. I think if the Dutch Reich can take out Yugoslavia quickly, it'll be a good opponent for Leopoldian Belgium there. As Emma was annexed, the Australians continue to show their strength. Bulgaria and Australia are now at war. That could be quite an interesting conflict. I don't think Bulgaria has the army, though. 24 divisions, and the Australians have 27. No, it's going to be pretty close. If Bulgaria can hold them off for long enough, they could outproduce them. They 21 military factories versus 15. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Egypt, Nicaragua, and Paraguay still fighting for control. Bhutan and the Shanxi Republic fighting for control over Dublin and Belfast. Shanxi Republic is in Iceland, so they must have landed there, which is quite impressive, actually, for them to have landed there. I'm not sure where their actual capital is, because it's not in Iceland. Interesting. Very interesting. They have a lot of troops going after Bhutan there. I don't think Bhutan's going to be able to hold on. Oh, it's Paraguay and Egypt now. For control of the British Isles. Good luck. Bulgaria looking pretty good against the Australians early on. They've surrounded a unit here. They almost surrounded a unit in Ghent, but that unit escaped. But they're going to take that land. They're actually pushing pretty nicely. They've landed a troop in Toulon, but that troop got killed. So probably not the best place to have landed a bunch of troops, I guess. Oh shit, are they also at war with... They're also at war with Brazilian Social Republic. Wait, what? They just surrounded 2 of their units. So part of their army is fighting in Scandinavia, another part of it is fighting in Europe, and they're winning both fronts. That is scary and impressive. If they committed their full army then to the Australian front, they'd be pushing even farther and faster. That's a little scary. Who declared that war? It couldn't have been Brazil. It could have been Brazil. They have 15 divisions. It possibly could have been Brazil, but either way, that's a scary proposition. Bulgaria looking very, very strong. Very strong. Liberia pushing still into Mongolia here. Denmark at war with the Greeks in their desert hovel. I wouldn't be surprised. The Greeks don't have a great army. 14 divisions, not terrible. 14 on 14. But they're also fighting the Italians too, right? So, but the Italians are still fighting the Philippines in Bizerte. So, there's that. I'm surprised the Philippines have not just straight up given up. And the last 2 divisions are surrounded now without a town. So the fact that they haven't given up is actually quite impressive. Oh, the 82%. They must have land somewhere else. That's the only thing, too, that annoys me about this is when they chop them up like this, they will give the Philippines something else. Somewhere else. Yeah. They have, for some strange fucking reason, they have Guinea. And Belgium has this. Belgium eventually probably will just declare war on them and land troops, but Free Ireland, who just died? Oh, Central American Socialist Republic. Oh, that's just sad. Just sad. How's this war going? Oh my god, that border. Jesus Christ. Can somebody please clean up these pockets, kill off these troops, and get up there? Kill off this troop. He's pissing me off. Somebody surround him somehow. I'm not sure how that war is really going in anybody's favor right now. I mean, the Dutch have taken definitely more land, but it's such a weird war. Wow, Yugoslavia is actually over halfway to being capitulated. That's actually not good. And the Reich has continued to produce units where the Yugoslavians have lost. So, I mean, you never know. Also, Bhutan did die. Just like to point that out. Oh no, the Bulgarians are getting pushed back now. Oh, they were doing so well, though. Oh man, they're being pushed back on both fronts. Brazil isn't distracted because they were fighting somebody else over here. But they're not distracted anymore, so they're able to, like, surround and conquer. Their only chance is if somebody goes to war against Brazil. Or against Australia. Bulgaria. Man. That's going to be a costly war so far. 79,000. 80,000 dead total. 43,000, 31,000. So, I mean, really, yeah, them both up, it's about even, but that's crazy. Cuba doing crazy good. What the hell is going on here? I want Cuba and Persia to fight. Can you imagine that war? Free Ireland's getting just destroyed now. Red Finland, you've been fighting the same war for so long. You have 38 divisions, which is quite impressive, considering, again, you've been fighting the same war for like 1 billion years. But hey. What do I know? Royalist Luxembourg just got its ass declared war on. Mongolia is getting smushed. Oman's also coming up from the south now. Greece not looking too great either. The Italian Union looking better. Ethiopia fighting the Greeks, but they're not looking too strong overall. They've got a decent amount of divisions, but nothing compared to its neighbors. Oman declared war on Albania. Where the fuck are they? Oh, right there. Okay. They have some land on the Somali coast. That's not their main land though. Where else are they at? They're a weird red color. There they are. They're in the Philippines. Which is where America is! Oh, hey, America! And they're at war with them. Why not just land troops on... Yeah, why not just land troops? What the fuck are you doing? America, you idiot. Do you have boats? Yes, you have convoys. Do you have a navy? Yes, you have one navy. You could dominate this one particular area, land, and then take them. Why are you being so dumb? Don't understand. Norway! Bolivia was annexed. Oh, it doesn't look too great for Guatemalan corporate state right now. Although, Venezuela is literally fighting on every possible front. They are completely surrounded by people that want to kill them, so... Yeah. Also, Canada hasn't died to Yemen. They and Poland defeated Latvia and have kind of held their own against Yemen, so that's actually quite impressive. Poland has 50 divisions. How many do these guys have? 31. Yeah, I'm not surprised Red Finland's now under attack. How many does Canada even have? 22 divisions. Not many, but more than I thought they'd have. Oh, Persia, yeah. That's not going to end well. Okay, seriously, Bulgaria, all you need to do is stick a couple of guys in Copenhagen to hold these guys off while you go to war with Australia and then beat them. Once you beat them, then you can go back and attack them again. That's what you need to do. You need to go on the defensive on this front and then go on the offensive on the front that matters. Because otherwise you're just eventually going to lose. They've retaken Ghent. You know, all this land. You guys had, like, up into almost, like, Paris. And then you just lost. I'm sorry, wait, who declared war on Canada? I swear I just saw somebody else declared war on Canada, but apparently not. Maybe I'm crazy. Norway is at war with Chile, as well as Cuba. Oh, that's probably what I saw was Cuba. Oh, it could have been Chile. Chilean Socialist Republic. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, Norway is gonna die. Because they are being crushed by two stronger empires. At the very least, they're being crossed by one stronger empire, which is Cuba. I don't know how many troops Chile has. They have a decent... Oh, okay, they have a decent amount. Oh my god, look at this front line. Finland defending the front line with 55 able-bodied divisions. And Persia fighting with 91 divisions. That is insanely impressive. That is a shit ton of troops. There's no way Finland is going to be able to hold that line. And they're going to start getting surrounded in pockets here soon. If Riga falls, this whole northern division's surrounded. Same with like this here, this little area. If this here falls, anything in Leningrad is completely surrounded. Ooh, Liberian commune is under attack? Here we go. So somebody's finally going to teach them a lesson. Ethiopia, under attack by Oman and the Danes. Which means what? The Italian Union's just kind of sitting there, like, chilling? You are not at war with anybody? You're at, well, the Philippines, yes, but you can't really get there. You can't really get there. Oh, there's the Shanxi Republic's capital, Wellington. Okay. People's Manjing is in here. Anybody have any troops? 2 and 6. Okay. So if they really wanted to, they could invade the rest of New Zealand, but apparently they just don't want to. The Czechs just chilling. The Swiss are in Indonesia, which is very interesting. Not a very big army either. So they could get, like, wiped if they're not careful. Who is Chile at war with? Oh, Chile at war with Brazil. A little too late for the Bulgarians, I do believe. As they continue to get pushed back by the Aussies. Yeah, Finland, yeah, that whole northern core is gone. And they're collapsing in. Oh, they just got that cut off. Oh, no, wait, not quite cut off. They can still go through Memel. But they're about to get all that there cut off, which is going to be bad. The Persians are doing really, really well. I could see them definitely taking quite a bit. 126 for the Cubans, too. A lot of divisions for Cuba. It's another strong state that could rise up. They're doing very poorly, though, on their attack against the Liberians. Even though I don't think the Liberians are at war with somebody else. I was going to say, even though they're at war with somebody else, they're not. I'm just dumb. They're not doing super hot on that attack. Not too sure why, but... How many troops do the Australians have? 95 now. Okay, so they're keeping up. They are keeping up. 37 divisions for Denmark. That's quite good. The Dutch still fighting Yugoslavia. That front line looks a lot less shit, though. A lot nicer looking, that's for sure, as they push them back. Where is Yugoslavia set up their capital at? Wait, what the fuck? Why? Why in Alaska? What? You have Anchorage? What else do you have? You had no, you still have Winnipeg. You could have moved it there. You have Yellowknife and Whitehorse, too. Oh, shit. Oh, goodbye, Canada. Fuck. Man. That sucks. That's a lot of troops. Poland has a lot of troops now. They've taken a lot of valuable land in China. That's really going to, yeah. That's going to strengthen them a lot. Not what I expected. I expected Poland to get smushed down and eaten. Not prosper like this. I mean, the Yemen Republic was slowly pushing into Canada, but now it's just going to be a bloodbath. Yeah, see, they're advancing up here now because Brazil is distracted, but they're losing so much down here. I think they're caving in on themselves. They're getting close to Köln, which is not good. Yeah, see, they're dead. Who cares? 308,000. The thing is, Bulgaria is not close to capitulating. the reason for that is, like, look at how many cities and stuff they hold. Yeah, see, they're gone. Oh, Yugoslavia died. Okay, they gave up. And who'd they declare war on? Not Sveirek. Who the hell did they declare war on? Albania. Wait, why? Where is Albania bordered to you? For the love of everything that is holy, please take your fucking army, get it on a ship from the port here in Prince Rupert, and send it the fuck down there and kill the Philippines. Jesus Christ. I can see Persia attacking Bulgaria next. I'm surprised the Finns have held out in Leningrad. The siege of Leningrad is real in this timeline. It's a little early, but it's real. They've got 6 divisions holding two spots. And they're doing fairly decently at holding them, too. They're doing alright. This slot could fall in the next little bit. It's getting, yeah, that slot's gonna probably fall. But they've done really, really well. Oops. Well, I don't care about aircrafts. Show me your nation. How close are they? They're pretty close. Once their capital fully falls, that'll definitely be like a kill hit, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Shocked that Cuba cannot just push these guys back. How many troops does the Liberians have? 83. Okay, so they're a formidable foe. 24. Thing is you're not going to see another front, right? Because, like, the only other person even close is, like, Oman and Denmark, and they're only in, like, the 30-40 division range. Denmark's only 41. It's the strongest in Africa outside of Liberia, so that front is the only front they have to worry about. Like, Chile and Uruguay are at war, which is 2 very large wars there. So 90 divisions on Chile's 106. So 10 off, yes, but still close enough to even. So, I mean, we could see that go either way. Yep, and Red Finland fell, and they've declared war on Bulgaria. Saw that coming. Goodbye, Bulgaria. You are 100% dead now. You're now being attacked from 2 sides, and 2 very big fronts as well. There's no way you're going to survive that one. Ugh. Oh, there we go. The Dutch Reich attacked the Belgians. That's interesting. I thought the Belgian, they have 92 divisions, but I thought the Belgians 96. Okay, so it's pretty even. The only difference right now is that Belgium has to worry about their other war down here. I mean, it is only against Honduras, which is what, yeah, 18 divisions total, but the thing is they let up enough on that line, then they're gonna have trouble. So that's, you know, like 5 or 6, at least 5 or 6 divisions down there. Although now they're pushing because obviously Leopold Belgium has other things to worry about, which would be the Dutch Reich. That could go either way. I think the Dutch Reich has more valuable land right now for manufacturing. Sorry, that's somebody at my door. I'm just going to pause it for a second, I guess. Alright, sorry about that. I have to make a living even though I'm off work, right? So, I buy and sell video games, as most of you know. There's actually a link, maybe I'll put it in the description of this video if I remember, but there's a link definitely on the channel to my eBay store where you can browse and see if there's anything that tickles your fancy. I ship from Canada to Canada and the United States. Depending on what it is, I might ship internationally, but just keep in mind international shipping is really fucking expensive. I had to ship, it was a copy of Space Quest 1. Not that many of you are going to know what the fuck that is, but it's a really old Sierra PC game. Very, very rare. Sold it for $120 to a guy in Portugal. So shipping to Portugal for that item, which was only probably about as big as probably only about as big as like an Xbox 360 or an Xbox One Slim, and easily half the weight, right? Because it's just a box full of fucking floppies. So it's mostly air. Cost $60 tracked, or you could ship it. I think it was $40, but it was like, you know, like it would get there on boat, like slow boat, for like 3 months shipping. So of course I'm going to ship it tracked because I don't want to get lost and have to return, you know, $120 fucking dollars to the guy. So yeah, $60 some will end up what are you paying for shipping on that, and that's a $120 item. Mind you, it is a rare item, and you're not going to find it every day. You know, that's the first time I'd ever see one, and then that in that good of condition as well, because it was like gem mint, beautiful shape, which was great. So, but yeah, like, you know, your average everyday item, like, you know, a $5 Xbox game, you're not going to pay like, you know, $50 shipping to ship it to fucking Britain or something. That's just not going to happen. But yeah, if you live in Canada and the United States, you're into video games, especially, you know, vintage, or you're looking to, I don't know, get some 360 games and PS3, PS2, DS, or like random shit, all kinds of stuff, controllers, check it out and support me, please. Because at the very least, then you're supporting my business. You know, people have said you should do it to GoFundMe and blah, 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 blah. Like, a lot of friends and family have been like, you know, why not put it on Facebook as a GoFundMe and, you know, show it to your YouTube audience? I'm like, well, for one, my YouTube audience is definitely not big enough for a GoFundMe to be successful. But second of all, I have a business. Just let the business be successful. Then you get something from it. You're supporting me, and you get a video game, man. So, yeah. Boom goes the dynamite there. I don't know. Check it out anyway. Link hopefully in the description. If not, definitely on my channel because it's already there. Anyway, Persia and Australia eating alive Bulgaria. Holy shit. I expected that to happen quickly, but I don't know if I expected it to happen that quickly. The Bulgarians are very close to death. They lose, I think, up to this line, and they're going to surrender. Have they lost Copenhagen? No. So they haven't lost Copenhagen yet. But there's a lot of cities here in southern Sweden. I think Karlstad line, I think that's where they're going to lose it. Maybe into Oslo. But I don't know. I'm not sure. Then we're probably going to see Persia. I don't know where they're going to go. They could go after Australia. Possible. The Australians could go against basically anybody. But again, hard to say. Poland declared war on Yemen. Canada is dead. Oh my god. Oh, please, yes. Fix those borders. Oh my Jesus. Oh, it's so gross. 98 divisions, Poland, please have way more than Yemen. Oh, they do, thank God. Kill them, murder them in cold blood quickly. Fix that fucking border. Oh, that's so gross. Ugh, I can't even look at it. This war's been going on for a while. They were pretty even to start with. Pretty high casualties, too. 331,000 on Uruguay. On Uruguay's side. Where's Chile? 278 on Chile, so that's quite a bit. Royalist Luxembourg getting pounded. 187,000 casualties from the Saudis. We have 127,000. Lithuania, 374,000 against Qing China, which is crazy. I don't even know where these fucking wars are. Oh, down here, right. Yeah, the Saudis. Luxembourg has southern South America. I always find whoever has like Argentina and Chile in that generally does really, really well in that stance. This is Honduran Commonwealth. Oh, there's Qing China. Okay. So they're fighting against Iron Wolf Lithuania. That's a lot of casualties for such a small country here. Qing China has 100,000 casualties. Oh, they're almost dead, though. I see. They're, like, pretty much fucked. I was gonna say, that's a lot of casualties, 100,000 to take for such a small area. Like, they can't keep that up. That's just it. They can't keep that up. They're going to lose eventually. Just in that alone, because they're going to run out of manpower. They're on service by requirement, and they've got a lot of draft dodgers too. So they're not doing too hot. Iron Wolf could just essentially just sit there and grind them down. What are they on? They're on extensive conscription as well, though, but they don't have the draft dodgers issues, so they could probably outdo them population-wise. Plus, I mean, eventually, Belgium or the Dutch Reich is going to come down there and eat them alive. I mean, Honduras has started to push Belgium back, but that's only because they're at war and focusing against the Dutch Reich, who has actually taken a decent amount of land from the Belgians. So, good for them. The Dutch will probably come through on that one, but it'll be a really lengthy conflict. 350,000 casualties versus 576. 376,000 of that is against. So they're pretty even casualty-wise overall. How many? 145,000 casualties for Honduran Commonwealth. That's quite a bit, actually. It's quite a large amount. Italy and Denmark are at war. Not sure what sparked that. Did the Italians get more troops? 30 divisions against 51 divisions, but they're also at war with Ethiopia down here. Or sorry, Oman now. That has 47 divisions. They defeated Ethiopia. Oh, I see. Okay, so Italy's just being an opportunist. They know that Denmark could probably kill them alone, but not against Oman as well. So I see what they're doing. Opportunists there. Mind you, Oman's just going to come in and probably kill them later on, but you never know. You never know. See, now the Belgians are going to hang on, holding on to Copenhagen. That's just infuriating. I hate that there's this fucking bottleneck. I want Chile or Uruguay, I don't care which, to win so they go to war against Bulgaria on the backside. For fuck's sakes. Also, I want Cuba to go to war with Persia to fix this ugly-ass border. Speaking of ugly-ass borders, oh, that looks so much better, thank God. Yemen's gonna get eaten here, too. Poland could turn the tide against Chile or Uruguay. I just realized. Poland could declare war on either of them. So they have 126 divisions. So they are stronger than Uruguay with 85. 114, they're gonna go after Uruguay. Once Yemen collapses, they're probably gonna go after Uruguay because that's who they're bordered with. So that will decide that war. Definitely will decide that war. They just have to have Yemen collapse. I mean, they're losing. Definitely losing. But they're not like in full-on collapse yet. A buddy of mine's building a computer and needed help putting some stuff together. Now he's calling me. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, my buddy's building a computer for his fiance. So he's like, shit, like, how do I get Windows? And I'm like, you just download it onto a USB drive from your working computer and then plug it into the one that doesn't have Windows installed it and just boot to that and then do your install. He's like, oh, okay. Like, it's not that hard. Not that hard. Don't worry. You're gonna be okay. Anyway, Yemen's dying. Thank fuck. Good for them. They're doing wonderful. Clap clap. Liberia actually looks like they've pushed in a little bit, which is kind of sad. On the Cubans' part. It's like the Ottomans in the last video. Like, why? There's just anybody that has the Ottoman Empire area just seems to be cursed with being, like, good on paper. Like, I mean, on paper, Cuba looks great. 135 divisions. They've got pretty great land for resources and industrialization and shit. And, like, you know, like fucking ports galore, all this kind of crap. They've got decent amount of military factories going on. But they can't beat somebody that has, like, half their military factories. Well, they had less divisions. They still do by a little bit, but they're getting closer to the 135. And has, I mean, arguably worse land, because they have a lot of oil, and that's good, but they don't have a lot of anything else. So, I don't exactly understand why this region is so fucking cursed just to do, like, poorly. Very poorly. So I don't really know. But anyway, whatever. Whatever they want to do. If they want to suck, fine. I don't care. Fuck you, Cuba. I don't like you anymore anyway. Same with Persia. You can't push past this. Just throw literally every division you had. Just like fucking select all and run them into Malmo. Or just naval invade. They have nothing in Stockholm. Actually, I don't think they have anything on any ports. Or they do on that one. But they don't have anything on Stockholm. They don't have anything on Kristiansand. And they only have one division on, like, you know, Stavanger and Oslo and stuff. Like, just fucking naval invade. Just boom bam. Thank you, ma'am. Because otherwise they're defending quite easily against you. And they're very close to dying. Like, Poland, hurry up. Kill Yemen. Please. It's their last stand at Vladivostok. Yes, definitely their last stand at Vladivostok. That's all they have left. Nothing more matters. Although I guess they could sweep across, take out this stuff, and probably be able to capitulate them that way? I'm not too sure. Maybe. But maybe not. Not a lot of fighting going on near Green Front. Actually, what is the casualties on this one? Liberia has taken 387,000. Cuba has taken 2 million casualties. Holy shit. That is, wow. That is too many casualties. That is just too many. Ah, yes, and they declared war on Uruguay, which will end Uruguay because they can't keep that up on two fronts. And look, they're not even sure if they want to be on two fronts. They're like, oh, they're invading Hyderabad. At least they can take that from the Poles. Will that actually, like, take out some Polish... Fuck off. Where are the Poles? There they are. Oh, it did. Well, like 1%. Oh. The loss of Hyderabad was very bad on the Poles. Oh, they are running unopposed in the north. Just charge in, my pretties. Just walk the fuck in the north. So they're trying to defend, like, Burma and Thailand, which actually is smart. I mean, if they're going to defend anything, they may as well ring around this and probably ring around India and just lose the Tibetan Plateau, because it's really not that important. But still, they're still invading from the north quickly. They're about to take your capital city. You have no pride in your capital. You just lost it. And now it's in Delhi. But that doesn't matter, because Delhi's going to get lost quickly here from the Chile. So the Chilean socialists. Paraguay, you've done so well holding the Scots. But the Egyptians are going to win the day by the looks. Also, the Danes are actually holding off the Italians and Oman quite well. Not much movement has happened on this front. So, kudos to you, Denmark. Kudos to you. You've done better than I thought you would do. Uruguay, you're doing exactly as bad as I thought you would do. Have you lost Delhi yet? Looks like yes, you have. Where is your new capital at? Oh, Mandalay. Not Rangoon or Dhaka? Or even Hyderabad that you took? Kathmandu? Patna? No? You want to do it Mandalay? Alright. Okay. I mean, the Poles are literally just crushing you down at this point. You have, what, one guy defending Malaya? 3 guys defending the Malaya Peninsula. So they're just going to kind of waltz down there then. Oh no, they have so many divisions. Oh, surrounded up here. Oh no. Oh, that's awful. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. You were holding on for so long, and then it's total fucking collapse. Just total collapse. Oh, the Dutch Reich in North America have really pushed the Belgians down. Really badly. Luxembourg is pushing Saudi Arabia pretty harshly up now. It looks like Romania's getting in on this action too. I'm not sure how long they've been involved in this war. Probably can find out casualty-wise. Oh, yeah, they've been involved for a while. Saudi Arabia casualty-wise has been they've actually done really, really well. They have not taken that many, but I don't think they had as many that they could take in the beginning, comparatively. But still, not bad. Iron Wolf Lithuania just can't seem to get past that. Honduras has stalled out. They've advanced up, but they've stalled out. And now you have the Dutch Reich collapsing the Belgians. What are they at for? They still aren't, like, ready to give up. Not very. They haven't lost that much. Like, in comparison. I mean, they still do have a lot of cities on the west coast and stuff. Well, what? Oh, Uruguay got annexed. Oh, what the fuck? Ew. Well, that's really gross. Poland did declare war on Chile. Which means Chile did not declare war on Bulgaria. Which pisses me the fuck off. And all these other little nations declaring war on each other. Just a damn piss off. The Shanxi Republic got Singapore somehow. Were they even at war? Spanish Empire declared war on peoples, whatever. Paraguay was annexed. Well, that's a shame. Oh, Shanxi actually has some troops in here. Very interesting. Nothing will come of any of this. Don't know why that... I don't know. I don't understand. Poland's pretty powerful. I think if they can squish them through in here, take all this Sino area quickly enough, they probably will have the upper hand. It might take them a little bit, but they will get there. They will get there. It'd be really nice to have Bulgaria go down so we could see the Persian and Australians go at it. We know it's bound to happen. And they're barely hanging on. What are the casualties from this war? 1.28 million. Wow. Fuck, that's a lot. That is a lot. Oh hey, Liberia is punching a hole in Cuba. It's taken them a little while, but they've strengthened up enough to actually start doing some damage. The big problem is going to be Constantinople, or Istanbul, I should say. Back there in Constantinople from the last video. Yeah, but it's going to be difficult for them to take through there, as well as near Odessa here. It's too wide, but still going to be a little difficult to take in there. That's going to be their challenge. Be nothing to take the rest of it, and they could surrender on the rest of it taken. I don't know. Probably not, but I don't know, because there is a lot in here that is worth quite a few points, so who knows. But it's still interesting nonetheless. They've actually taken quite a bit. Made a nice punch. It'd be great if they could break out of Aleppo as well, and get into there and kind of stabilize that front a little more. And they keep seeming to take and lose this province and stuff, so they're definitely getting there. I mean, they're winning all these battles, but they're not quite there yet. 125 divisions. 125 on 135, so they're 10 divisions behind, but they are still producing, because they had 112 before, but Cuba's no longer producing units, because they were at 135 before, and that's where they've stuck. So if Liberia could just keep producing units and putting them to that front, they will eventually overwhelm them. If, like, Poland and stuff doesn't do it first. This war is just apparently never going to end. This war will end. As you can see, the Dutch Reich is eating them alive. And they just took their capital at Phoenix. So that's good. And I sold Wii Sports. Hooray. Sold another game. Go me. Keeping my rent paid. Gotta love it. Yeah, they're collapsing slowly in. The Dutch really should take... Do they have troops? Oh, yeah, they have troops on that border. Okay, they're just not really doing anything. I don't know if it's because they can't or they just are focused on other areas. I don't know. But it'd be smart of them to try and, like, come in here, cut this off, and then take out their west core. But we'll see what happens. You never know. I'm just surprised that this war has lasted as long. I thought the Danes would collapse in, but I guess not. Oh, did they take... Oh, they didn't. I thought they took north of Leb. They took more land. They're about to take Mosul. And they keep going around this way. They'll surround the troops that are in here. So they'll probably take this land quick enough if Cuba's smart enough to retreat from that land. Yeah, they are. Okay. It's like, they should be smart enough, but now they've got to try and cross the river here. Which is a bit of a defense point, right? Because they've got to cross this river. Once they do, it's, you know, that's good. They can move up more, a little easier, but the river is definitely going to give them some trouble. How's it going here? Neither side looks like it's winning yet. The Poles have made, looks like, some advances in the north and stuff here. However, it looks like they haven't really made much advance here, if any at all. A little bit, but not a lot. Oh. Okay. Good for you, Spain. Where are the rest of your lands even at? Oh, up here. I mean, sure. I mean, I guess you could declare war on them and, I don't know what, try to land some troops in here with your no ports. Or just land at Madras here. Take out this shit. Why not? Take out Bangalore. You know, declare war on them. Tunuvan. You can get some pretty valuable land in here if you're smart enough to. Stupid Philippines. Die. Just fucking die. Also, America, please just land there. Take their capital and be done with Albania already. Oh my god. I'm seeing a bit of a stalemate going on here too, which I don't really like. Oh, they took some land in. They actually took that over. Holy shit. It looks like they're going to take this one. Possibly. Might take them another 10 years. Both sides don't look very healthy on this one. They really don't. They've both been fighting for way too damn long. Oh, they did it and they took Panama. How are they still alive? They literally had to be alive by the... Wait, how are they 72? Oh, right. They have that land now in fucking over here. No. They're not gonna die straight up because of that. Oh, that's shitty. But these units are all going to die. I mean, they have nowhere to retreat to. they can't get there. So those troops are just going to eventually die off when they're exhausted. There's nowhere for them to go. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, craziness. Wait, who's fighting here? Oh, this is Qing China as well. Shaanxi Republic is fighting them here. Because control these islands, and they could actually take over those islands. They only have one division. Oh, they're not advancing. They are. Why are they advancing? This seems dumb. I don't understand anything anymore. Oh, Italian Union has buffed out a little bit. Oman has also pushed up a little bit. Could we be seeing the collapse of the Danes? It's possible. And it would be about damn time. Totally possible. They still haven't moved north of the river or anything yet, so that's not too exciting. Poles have been pushing a little bit in, but it looks like the Chile's pushed in a little bit here too, so that's a little give and take there. We're getting into the bigger wars now, so they're going to take a little longer to fully conclude. I really like Persia to get the fuck through here. It's like, oh my god. See, now you gotta wait for, you know, Poland to get over here to declare war on them. If that's who wins this war. Either Poland to get over here or Chile to beat Poland. Which, I don't know. Poland's got a better industrial heart. 184 divisions. Chile, 177. So, I mean, they're still fairly close to even with each other, unit-wise, so could go either way. Very easily could go either way. Come on, Liberia, do it. Just make a big breakout and just fucking just flood. Alright. I'm going to put it on pause until we see some major changes, because this is going to be the state of the world for, I think, quite some time now. Yeah. So, I'll see you when something changes. Hello, welcome back. So, a few things have happened. As you can see, this is a pretty major one. The Liberian Commune broke out of that actually quite quickly. They had been in that kind of cocoon for a while, and then suddenly they just kind of broke out and took everything over. And then pushing Cuba right on the brink of collapse right now. The Danes have collapsed. The Italians and Oman are currently at war. The Italians are actually winning this war so far, which is actually a surprise. I thought Oman would have the upper hand here, but if we look, 56 divisions for our great Italian Union, and Oman has 90, wait, what, 95 on 56? That can't be right. Wow, okay. So Oman's units are really shit because 95 of them, they basically can't take on somebody with half the amount of troops, because these troops are just considerably better and better equipped, I'm guessing, as well. From the looks of it, better equipped, better organized, so they are winning. It's a slow go, but they are winning the war. The Dutch Reich took out the Belgians completely. I don't know, at war with Iron Wolf Lithuania, trying to slowly push through this absolute fucking hellhole of a land. But the Lithuanians are keeping a good hold on Panama here, which is good for them on the defense. The Dutch, I don't think, care that much. They're only throwing 11 divisions, you know, a total of like 20-ish divisions of their massive, massive military. So they really don't seem to care that much whether they break through or not, so whatever. Poland has also been on the push, so it has pushed the Chileans very close to the brink of collapse. If we look at the war score here, over halfway now, so yeah. Oh, Cuba has been annexed. Liberia just declared war on who? Who the fuck did they just declare war on? Chile? No. Oman. Must be Oman. Albania and the Italian Union. Okay. So they're going to go after the Italians. Alright. Which is going to buy Oman time. And the Liberians are probably going to go after Oman after that. So, yeah. They staved them off for a little bit. I don't think the Liberian commune's going to have too much trouble against the Italians. Especially unit count considering. We've got 146 Liberian divisions on 56 Italians, even less than that, because they have to hold both fronts. So yeah. Yeah, and Liberian units are actually very well equipped and ready to go into back into war after quite the victory there over an early favorite to possibly win it all. Cuba is gone. F in the chat, I guess. I don't know. The only thing the Liberians really don't have going for them is they're not great political power people right now. They're not doing the best there, but that's fine. Yeah. Once that whole army gets down there, I don't think it's going to be a good day to be an Italian. That's for sure. But we'll have to see. Oh, the Dutch Reich took Cologne. They're just going to take Panama City now. And then move down. Still a couple of tiles to go. What are the... Honduran Commonwealth still hasn't been defeated either, which is funny. 512,000 casualties on the Dutch Reich side. 335,000 casualties. 153,000 from the Dutch Reich. Wow. So the Dutch Reich are really taking a beating here, trying to do this up. Romania and Luxembourg as well at war. They've been at war for quite some time. Yeah, casualties on that one are quite high. 828,000 for Romania, 2.24 million for the Luxembourg, which is just insane. Absolutely insane. Cannot believe that. But hey, whatever. Yeah, Liberia's already taken up. They just took Benghazi, surrounded some units up in there, taken that. So now these troops are going to be able to come down and open up a front here and take them over Tripoli. I think they took over their capital that was here somewhere. So the Italians already not having a good day overall. Who the hell is this? Yeah. Who are you? Oh, the Dominican People's Republic. They have some units, but not a whole lot. Oh well, whatever. Whatever. Oh, the Chilean Republic is about to get their north and south cut off here. So they own most of Persia and Iran still, but they're getting cut off here at the Caspian. In fact, they have been. And then, of course, their northern core and their northern land, which is where their capital is, as well as the most land they have left. So Poland's definitely inching into victory on the on that front. It's slow go. The Persians have stopped trying to take over here, so they have a defense at Copenhagen, and then that's it. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta tell you there. So, yeah, that's what's been going on. Poland, I really hope once they're done with this, go after Bulgaria to stop this madness and spark up some European continental conflict again. But we'll have to see how that goes. Australia's been sitting pretty for a while, gathering its troops and time and resources and stuff. And then so have the Persians, since they've stopped throwing things at Malmo. Been growing as well. They have quite a few units. They're pretty powerful. Poland, of course, super powerful. I feel bad, but I don't think the Liberian Commune is going to win, despite that amazing come-from-behind victory against Cuba. I really don't think they can hold up to the larger superpowers of Europe, even though they were able to hold up against quite the empire. So, yeah. Oh! Liberia Commune declared war on the Philippines. Why? Or not the Philippines, on Lithuania. Wait, why? Where do they border? Why didn't they declare war on something? I don't know. Oh. I guess, yeah, there's that there. The Ganap Philippines. They just took their land back and they're just going to lose it again to Oman. Liberia, you've got to declare war on Oman. That's going to happen. Like, you're going to take this little pocket here. Or you're just going to stand there and not do anything to it. What are you preparing for? There's nothing there. Just take it. Walk a couple of guys in there. There you go. Ta-da! There we go. There's the war I was looking for. The war on Oman. This could be a lengthy war just because Africa's wars are always take for fucking ever. Honestly. Oh, did I just see conflict? Did the Philippines actually send a troop over? Oh, they sent 2. 3. They're just landing their troops there. Do they have troops over here? They have 1. Oh, that's where the Honduran Commonwealth has gone to. Can't you declare war on the Philippines or something? Wouldn't that be nice? Have you take them out? I don't know. That could be nice. Fucking arseholes. Ooh, they've cut off that area too. So they've cut off this section of Kazakhstan, Caspian region. Ashgabat is their capital. Wait a minute, I thought Turkey was their capital. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. What the fuck is going on? Well, the Chilean capital of Ashgabat is within sights here of the Polish. Thing is, too, is as the Polish, like, say, close this front, like, once they defeat everything on this front, these troops get diverted up into here, and then more troops on that front line against Chile just is going to collapse them. Like, they're not going to survive that. Liberian Commune should take advantage. Cut off Oman north-south, and then just push south, push west would be smart. Probably a quick defeat. Oh, the Dutch Reich have penetrated into Iron Wolf, Lithuania now. So if they're smart, they will try to fan out with a larger army here against them. They have way more troops. Let's see here. We've got 92 divisions for Iron Wolf, which is quite a lot, to be fair. 92 on 252, so probable victor here is the Dutch Reich overall. So yeah, it's quite impressive though. 92 divisions in this, and this is what you have. It's not bad, not bad at all. But we'll see how that progresses, because that'll. Excuse me. If the Dutch Reich defeat them quickly, that'll put them in odds with Romania and then Luxembourg, and then Luxembourg and the Dutch will fight for supremacy of North America, which, honestly, if it comes down to that, it will be the Dutch Reich that win that supremacy battle for sure. Even if it's a slow drag through the Amazon, they're eventually going to win it. Hands down there. Hands down. The Philippines, they're going to get their land for a little bit, at least. Who the fuck are you? Oh, the Honduran Commonwealth. Hello. How's Sicily? Interesting. Another very easily defensible location, so why not go there, right? Why not? It's better than the backside of New Guinea. That's for darn sure. Yeah, they're expanding out pretty quickly there. Chile is starting to collapse pretty spectacularly. They just lost that northern Caspian land there pretty much entirely. With it, a few troops, I'd imagine. I don't think that was undefended. So that's unfortunate for them. They lost Ashgabat. They've got to be pretty close to collapse by now. Yeah, they are, yeah. 81%. So not much longer till we see them fully collapse under themselves. And they're putting up the good fight, though. I mean, definitely putting up the good fight. I love how the Dutch Reich are involved in that war. I'm looking at Liberian Commune. 80,000 casualties against Oman. Oh yeah, they've spread it a little bit, so they're starting to get there. Oh, they surrounded some troops in Iran. Liberia, I have to say, is quite the force. I'm very impressed with them. How many troops do you have? 101. That's not bad for where you're at there. What you have. Not bad at all. They obviously know something's coming. Excuse me, my goodness. They obviously know that something is coming. Yeah, they know something is coming. They're protecting that border pretty heavily. Somebody else picking up some stuff. Sorry. Like I said, I'm gonna make sales, right? I just want that attack to finally come. I want Poland to like steamroll down, and then I would assume Poland after that is probably gonna go after the commune here, the Liberian commune. So I'm hoping that Liberia can defeat Oman before Poland defeats Chile and Bulgaria. I'm hoping. They may also go after Tunuva Nationalist Republic because there is troops in here now. I don't think anybody else has any troops around, so they may go after them too first. But that's gonna be like a 5-second fight, right? So, yeah. Chile's still hanging on though in Iran. It's a slow push in to kill the rest of them, but it is happening. Chile is resisting. What are the casualties just on this war? 8.5 really million. Holy shit. 13 million for Poland. Holy friggin' hell, that's insane. Poland also only has 314 divisions. I thought they'd have more than that. Honestly, I thought they would have more than that. Person doesn't look at their messages. Oh, really? Okay, so they are actually going to fight. Gonna have Philippines, so it's one division there, so do the Hondurans. Oh, the Hondurans have two, possibly. If that guy's... Oh, that guy's leaving. Okay. Honduras, you need to land more troops to take out the Philippines, because this actually could take them out. This could also just take out Honduras as well. Totally a possibility. It all depends on who lands troops where, who takes what. I don't know. Could see either of them die. I wouldn't be sad if either of them died. But like, okay, whatever. I see some pushback there from the Chileans. It's pretty impressive if so. Gotta say. It looks like there is a little bit. Pushing it back towards the Urals here. Oh, another major offensive down there. This thing, the Poles just have to wait it out. Because once that's gone, all those troops can come up here onto that line and... Well, then you're screwed, right? It's like a finger. Well, they took Kerman. They're close to Tehran, which is going to be the major take. the Gunna Philippines survived here. A lot of the troops on that front, which is bad because they're going to lose, by the looks of it, they're going to lose all of this to them. And then if Oman is defeated quickly, like before Poland gets into the Liberian commune, which looks like is going to happen if just looking at these borders, that's going to be the end for the Philippines for sure. Because they're going to go after the Philippines. And there's no way on earth that they're going to hold out. There's no way. I just want Oman to collapse. How close are they? Let's see. Over halfway. So 69% towards it. So yeah, they... I don't think they have any offshore land either that they can retreat to. Not that I know of. See, Chile technically has Baghdad and Basra here. I mean, it's not enough to save them, no, but it would be really funny. MSP artillery. Oh yeah, Albania still lives too, and America's at war with them, but just won't fucking do anything for some reason. Oh good, they took like all of it, yeah. It's done. It is done. What was you? Oh, Siamese Empire, right? Wow. And the Dutch Reich hasn't moved much. They got a larger front now, but it doesn't really mean much. Yeah, a lot of these port cities are what's keeping Oman afloat, and then the cities in like southern Africa here are keeping them afloat. They're about to lose their capital here. They're still holding on. Quite impressed. Chile's resistance at the very end here. Sorry, they came pick up their thing there, but what I thought happened. Oman's dead. The commune is now attacking the Philippines, who has a little bit of a head start, just because there's no real troops up there at the time, but you can see Iberia is flooding in here now and going to pretty quickly wipe up the Philippines. That will be their surrender. I don't think they have any other land they could really retreat to. So, yeah. And Honduras took over New Guinea here. So, yeah. What do you do, right? But, yeah, so they're just kind of fucked. So, yay! They'll put up some resistance. I'll give them that. They have some troops, 35 divisions, so... In that small of an area, they'll be able to put up at least some resistance to them. Especially because Liberia's not going to send all, 150 or whatever divisions at them right away. Thing is after this, there's nobody really for them to go after, unless they do declare war on Chile, which is actually really possible. If they don't, military buildup would be smart, because they are... very big in factories, but I don't think they're first. I think Poland is probably first. Yeah, they're just behind Poland. They are ahead of Persia, and they are ahead of Australia, which does help, at least when the European wars flare up again. But they're not quite there with Poland. And Poland's going to take 170 some more factories from the Chileans here, so yeah, who knows. The commune could declare war on Chile. I could see it. I'm shocked the Philippines haven't just collapsed it on themselves yet. 99%, yeah. They're one. There they go. And they did. They declared war on the Chileans. Saw that coming. So they're going to get Baghdad out of that deal. They're going to come behind here and take some stuff in here. When the final peace deal comes out, it's hard to say really what they're going to get, though. Poland, of course, has way more war score on this, but with a very strong army coming from the south here, and then another army on the other front in what's left of Iran, they're not going to survive too long at all. There's a little bit of skirmishes coming up here again. I'm not sure who's pushing. It looks like it's a couple of random, could even be glitching divisions from the Persians. It's interesting the Persians don't have any divisions in basic training. So they're not creating any new units, which is very strange. They have 466 divisions. That's very odd. What is Liberia up to? 289. Okay, so they're doing alright. Chile, you have no chance. You didn't before, but you definitely don't now. Oh yeah, they're just absolutely steamrolling. And then here they've already started to take land. It's a fresh army against the Chileans, who have how many divisions left? 99 total. And they're going to have another huge army on its border that's fairly fresh. I mean, they have been fighting a while, but they've been fighting various enemies and winning, so their morale's up. Yeah, they're starting to bulge out here. The Poles seem to be stopped. I don't know if they're waiting for this front to stop before they reinforce and push. I'm not sure how that's gonna go, but crazy end to one of the big players. So they're definitely not making it out of this one alive. That's for sure. Yeah, look at that. Just look at them take that land. And there is an army resisting them. It's not a very big one, but there's resistance there. And they're still pushing into here. Although, it looks like what's left here is actually holding quite well. But as soon as they lose that port, they're fucked. It makes sense, because a lot of these units are, unorganized and stuff from fighting not that long ago. Most of the troops up here are from this region that haven't really been fighting. So they're pretty fresh. I hate this border. They're not even defending it, so it's not even like it matters. They have an air thing there, and that's it. It's kind of crazy to think that Poland owns like half of Eurasia, but they're still like thousands of miles from home. Liberia has Liberia back, though. They do have their country back. So that's interesting. Something to think about. The only one that has their country back is the Liberians. Still no movement out of here, eh? Wow. Either the Lithuanians are more resilient than I thought, or the Dutch aren't as strong as I thought. Or the Dutch just aren't throwing much at it. Could care less. That's why South America and North America are so boring. The conflicts just last so long. They're just so... Ugh. Like, I mean, these are old wars. Like, I mean, yeah, Poland and Chile have been fighting for a while, but fuck, like... Ugh. It's just so goddamn boring after a while to look at America. It's like, who cares? Oh, Chile. You've got to be... Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're going to capitulate here in a second. Curious to see what happens. So yeah, they're gonna capitulate here any second. They just have to lose one more, like, center. You know, they could lose this port. They could lose... It'd probably be from up here. The Poles would push into Ufa, it'd be all over. That's all they'd have to do. Just take Ufa. Take the Lufa. Oh, there it goes. Liberian Commune declared war on Poland. Wait, what? What? Why? 313 divisions. Poland, though. 253. Oh, wait, shit. They have more divisions? Holy fuck. Really? Why won't anybody take out Bulgaria, for fuck's sakes? This is gonna be a long fucking war. Like, super long. Both sides are tough as nails. Fuck. Okay, well, I'm gonna pause it until something happens, because this is gonna be a fucking long-ass war, so... I'll be back. I got shit to do. Okay, so a major development here. The Persians broke through. They actually broke through at Malmo here. And they're fighting northward. Of course, Bulgaria is going to put up quite a resistance. It looks like the Persians have stopped as more troops kind of flood into the region, which is probably pretty smart, honestly. Wait for more divisions to kind of creep their way in there. On other news, the Liberian Commune and Poland still fighting. Not really a clear winner yet. Both have, you know, pushed in respective areas and pushed up and pushed back, and yeah, back and forth, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, not a whole lot to report on that front at all. At one point, the Liberians had pushed up to this here, Archangelsk, whatever, and we're starting to push them back into Finland and stuff, which would have been pretty detrimental to lose all of that, because then, yeah, still could happen, but just not right yet. They only had so many divisions in here, the Poles, and I think they've reinforced the area once they regained that strip there, just as a precautionary, which is smart. But they did manage to push back a little bit, so they could regain the foothold there. I've seen it go both ways. Minor gains right now for the Liberian Commune, but that can always change. We've seen it change before. Usually it's with Germany and France, but totally could switch around. The Liberians could get to like this line here, and the Poles could all of a sudden just push them back. You just don't know until they've taken like 3/4 or more of the land, really. That's when you can kind of call it. It's just like, when will the resistance end kind of thing. Lots of casualties. Poland has taken the most by far, 9.4 million casualties. On this war alone, they took something like 10 or 15 in the last one against Chile, so they have lost a lot of men. They're still okay in manpower. They are on service by requirement, but still taking a lot of casualties, which is not good. We also have... What the fuck? Oh, somebody just messaged me and I can't see who it is. My mic's in the way. And the Liberian Commune has taken only 3.2 million casualties. So definitely in the favor of Liberian Commune right now as far as casualties go, if the war continues like this. So, yeah. Still way too early to tell, though, who could win this war. But yeah, the Persians have broken through. It will still probably be a bit of a lengthier war. I don't think it'll be super long. Just because it's like 500 divisions on, 100 or so? And almost 100. So, definitely a super outnumbered Bulgaria against the Persians, but I know that the Bulgarians are definitely not going to give up without a good, solid fight under their belts. So, yeah. After this, I assume the Persians are going to go after Australia because they are the next likely target. Unless Poland is doing that poorly and still has up here. It's also possible. But we'll have to see which one is more likely to happen. So, yeah. Bulgaria is pretty close to collapsing, 93%. So like I said, Persia really doesn't have to push too far in to get that victory. They just have to keep up the momentum and make that push instead of just sitting there idly like they currently are. But we'll see what happens there. I'm going to go back to pause until Bulgaria falls, or Poland falls, whichever happens first, I guess. A little bit of encirclement going on there. That's not good. Poland. Careful. Be careful. Alright, they're 1% away from collapsing. It looks like they're going to probably lose some sort of major center at some point. Possibly Stockholm, who knows. But they were pushing and then they suddenly kind of stopped. And they also landed a Christensen here. Not sure how much that's going to really help them. Not sure why they decided to do that. But I'm just going to go on Egypt here so it cleans up the map a little bit for me. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on there. But they've invaded up in here. And taking like Göteborg would be enough. Probably to capitulate them at this point. Oops. Yeah, there they go. Bulgaria was annexed. Australia declared war on Tanatuba for whatever reason. Persians declared war on Honduran Commonwealth. Oh yeah, I guess they have a border with them. I was like, they're going to go after Australia, right? No. They have a border with these guys. Not sure if they're going to be able to break through or not. Depends on how many troops they put there and how healthy Honduras is right now. Looking pretty good against them. So this might be another long fucking war until they can break the line. Who knows how long that could take. So, yeah, fuck. So Honduras apparently hanging on pretty well against those divisions. And they're probably not going to put more than that on it for at least a little while. They tend to like to not do that, so yeah. Could be a little bit. They're also, Honduras is also at war with Sweden. So there's always the possibility that Sweden could, say, try to land troops at this unguarded port and invade that way. It's always possible. Or at Palermo. That's also possible. I butchered that name. Palermo. I'm not sure what the thing is. But yeah, Cive Reich is at war with them. And they have Newfoundland as well as the island of Sardinia here. And they have put more troops on Sardinia. They only had like 2 before, and they have put a tank division as well as others on there. So, where are you going? Where are you going, little buddy? Nowhere. You're going literally nowhere. Okay. The Liberian Commune has made some pretty big pushes. Still, for whatever reason, cannot push through this area into Finland and take that over. Not sure really why. It's not able to do that, but in the south and stuff, it actually has made gains. It's overtaken the entire Caspian and is pushing through the region there, through the Middle East. So they are making some progress, which is nice, I suppose. Other than that, the Czechoslovak Union shook some things up a little bit. So is that the Sve Reich? The fuck are they doing there? Okay. Oh, Honduran Commonwealth, right. They're invading Honduran things. The Commonwealth could very easily survive losing Sicily. I just kind of realized. Yeah, they probably will. Only 55%. So the Sveaik would have to also land in New Guinea, which is totally possible. They've landed and took these islands here from them, so they could very easily land there somewhere. But Honduras does have quite a few troops now. Sitting on the island because it is a major hub for them now. So who really knows, honestly. But the Americans had to declare war on somebody the fuck else. I'm not sure who it was. Oh, Indonesia. Who is not in Indonesia. I'm not totally sure where they are. Yeah, not entirely sure where the Indonesians are at the moment, but whatever. That's who they're at war with. Oh, the Persians took over all that. That's interesting. So the Tanuvans declared war on them, invaded, and got bupkis. I'd be pissed. I'd just be really mad. How rude. Oh, shit. Is that a Honduran invasion? It is! They don't have a port, so they're gonna lose all their supply. But they have tried to invade the island. What the fuck? That's impressive. So Honduras is apparently, you know, doing their thing. Yeah, they're starting to slowly up the divisions there. So eventually they will overtake that island. It just might be a little while. That's just impressive. They made a landing there. Good for them. As far as this war is going, the Dutch Reich has taken a little bit more land. They moved up and taken a port in the north and taken a little bite down in the south here. So they have taken a little bit more. They're just not really doing much else. The Shanxi Republic also has been pushed back by the People's Republic of whatever the fuck. Whoever they are. They look North Korean, but I have no idea who they actually are. But yeah, they've actually, they're probably not going to get into San Juan, but they've beat them back to San Juan, so that's quite impressive. Tibet, oh wow, they actually have quite a few units. Bahamas, they have a lot of divisions in the Bahamas as well, wow. They have taken over a lot of the Caribbean. Interesting empire choice. But, oh well. We will see you when another major change happens. Alright, so something interesting just happened. The Svea Reich invaded, and you can see their troops are still here, landed and fully invaded Honduras. While that was happening, the Persian Empire invaded the island here, as you can see their troops in here. So, yeah, Honduras died. And as soon as Honduras died, the Persians declared war on Australia, as you can see here. So yeah. Also, the Liberian Commune has finally kind of solidified a block here to surround the troops in Finland. So that's good for them, I suppose. They're also still pushing out into Polish territory at a pretty rapid pace, so good for them. Again, Poland could still very easily turn this around. This is not to the point of no return for Poland, at least I don't think yet. Let's just unpause here and let stuff happen. Australia, of course, is severely outgunned here. 325 divisions for them, and 492 for the Persians. Now, the Persians have 900... Holy shit, almost 1,000 military factories, which is insane. The Australians only have 491. The Liberians have almost 2,000. The Poles have 1,300. So, oh wow, the Poles are starting to hurt on manpower again. They might have to go to scraping the barrel sooner than later. That's insane. Casualties from the Iberian War. Liberian Commune has taken 11.24 million casualties, whereas Poland has taken double that at 22 million casualties, which is absolutely bonkers. As you can see, the Poles have 755 divisions, whereas the Liberians have somewhere in around 1,100 divisions, which is also kind of insane, just bonkers crazy. So, yeah, we're getting into numbers that are huge here. The Dutch Reich finally defeated those guys, whoever they were, the Lithuanians, the Iron Wolves, and Luxembourg and the Dutch Reich then squished Romania, and now they're at war with each other. So yay! Not sure who's trying to invade there. Oh, it is Luxembourg. They're trying to navally invade. That's really funny. But yeah, so they're at war right now. So the Dutch Reich has definitely taken quite a bit of land, because Luxembourg did get most of Romania because they've been fighting them for so long. So the Dutch Reich is pushing them back slowly. You can see here casualty-wise as well. Against the Dutch Reich, they've taken 1.1 million casualties, whereas the Dutch Reich has only taken 350,000. So, yeah. They're also at war, Luxembourg, with the Spanish Empire. They have taken some Casualties mostly through mostly through naval warfare in the Pacific as that war goes on. Also, they did there was a small Spanish Empire outpost here with nothing in it that they did take over as well. So there's also that. The Spanish, I do believe, have a pretty decent navy, 272 ships, which makes sense considering they're an island. They're going to want to have a pretty good navy, whereas Luxembourg only has 187, so they're about 100 ships outnumbered in the war. Plus, they've also got the Dutch Reich to deal with, which has an impressive 328 ships at its disposal, so yeah, good luck there. Yeah, initial front movements and stuff here, not super noticeable. It's a pretty stalemated looking attack. Australia doing quite well on the defense. It looks like they're even taking small portions of land, which is actually quite impressive, although I do expect them to lose out in the total war itself. Even if they do make initial gains in some regions, I do expect them to lose. Of course, there's always the possibility that they could survive. They could have better tech or something going on. Who knows? Depending on what land doctrine they've gone down, depending on what tech they've researched comparatively, you really just never know. So, yeah. Yeah. Could go either way, I guess. But probably going to go the Persians' way, honestly. All things considered, going to go with the Persians. It looks like the Luxembourg has landed some troops north and south of Lima. There's nothing there to keep those troops supplied, though. So, I mean, they could just easily move in, take them out, and then that's what? 5, 6, 7, 8 troops dead? Just dead, gone, see you later. Goodbye. Same with, like, these 8 troops. Where are they fucking going? Go to Bellum and just sit there until your troops catch up, for God's sakes. There you go. Alright. They finally fought that one through. Royalist Luxembourg, too, has taken quite a hit, so they're 32% towards capitulation as well. Dutch Reich has 536 divisions, whereas Royalist Luxembourg looks like they have somewhere around 200. So they're definitely outnumbered, which, sucks for them, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, it looks like Australia's making some gains in the top, but losing in the bottom end, but I can't quite be sure of that. I don't know. It'd be interesting if the Australians somehow won against the Persians. That'd be an interesting upset. For sure. For sure. And the Poland-Liberian war continues to struggle on. I think we've had these two in the finals before, both Poland and Liberia. I believe Liberia's even won one, if I'm not wrong. I know Poland has, because we had the Pepto-Bismol Commonwealth alliance between them and Lithuania win in some random 1700s save thing. I think it might have been the Frederick's Nightmare one, maybe? I'm not too sure. One of those style of ones, regardless, is where the Poles won. But I'm pretty sure we had Liberia come out on top in one of the random generator ones before, but maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to look back, because I don't remember. It's been a while since I've done one of these ones, that's for sure. Again, Liberia could still very easily lose. Poland could push them back. Persia could declare war on them. Or Australia, or whoever the fuck wins this fight. You just really don't know. They could totally just run out of steam. It's happened before. We've seen lots of stuff like that happen before. Unexpected victors, unexpected turnarounds in war, all kinds of stuff like that. I remember one time we had Germany fully kicked out of Germany, and they were fighting for Denmark here, and they had control of Scandinavia, and I think it was against France, I think. And they managed to somehow push France back and beat them, and I couldn't fucking believe it. It just made no goddamn sense. I was like, what the fuck? But they did it. They somehow managed to do it. And, kudos to them for that. So, yeah. You really never know in some of these fights who is actually going to come out the victor. It's looking the Persians are pushing back now, though, both in the north and the south. So, Australia, it's been good, bro. It's been good. But I am going to pause it again, because even if Australia does lose this war, it's going to take them a while to do it. They have a lot of troops that are fresh, haven't fought in any wars recently, so they're ready to go. They're going to defend down to the last man, so it's going to be a long one. If anything interesting changes, I will come back and let you know. It finally happened, folks. The Liberian Commune has killed Poland. Now, Liberia and Persia have not declared war on each other quite yet, because there are other bordering countries that are weaker, like the Shaanxi Republic, which has this one little spot, and is being attacked by the Spanish Empire, Persia, and Liberia now. Persia has landed a few times on Ireland, but hasn't been able to secure it quite yet. Surprisingly, nobody's been able to land on Iceland and secure it either, which is weird. I think the Dutch Reich are even at war with them, too. So, kind of crazy there. But they're definitely not any kind of superpower at this point. Their days are numbered. They're not doing too hot. 62% towards capitulation, and they're at war with all the major powers of the world. Eventually, one of them is going to land enough troops on their home island to kill them off. Excuse me, completely. This could be the landing, but I doubt it. They don't have any ports. See, they need to move, and they need to take Cork. Because if they take Cork, then they have something to supply them, but they've already... Yeah. I don't understand why they keep landing on this south little portion here. It's not enough at all. So, yeah. Not too sure there. Just a sacrifice of troops. Oh, but they've landed on... They've landed there with 12 divisions. So there you go. There's one guy not doing so hot, fighting them off. Yeah, well, he's doing alright. I mean, they have no supply. That's the problem, right? They've landed, but they have no supply. They need to land in Reykjavik. They need to land a huge force at Reykjavik. But apparently they're just not able to do that. And they just can't take Dublin and stuff. So, until they eventually are killed... Liberians just declared war on the Spanish, which are right off their coast. I do believe the Spanish do have a better navy, though. 225 for the Liberians. Navy consisting of 284. So yeah, they do have a better navy than the Liberians do. And you can see they're already making plans to invade parts of Liberia, which is hilarious. Liberia also landed on Borneo here. And they actually have a foothold. They have a port in the city. So they'll be fighting Shaanxi and the Spanish who are here. I don't think they'll be able to ever land on the Spanish main islands. But you never know. Crazy little bits of fighting going on in the Pacific, especially. The Atlantic is pretty boring, but the Pacific has a lot going on. Lots of bombing. Oh, another landing just north of Belfast. Lots of troops, though, in surrounding towns. They really just need to land at Cork, or somewhere near Cork. That would be the ideal spot. So there's lots of troops here, so I'm not sure what their overall goal is. But, whatever. It's only a matter of time before these superpowers go to war with each other. It's a very loud plane outside. I don't know if you can hear that, but Jesus Christ, he's loud. Oh yeah, Shaanxi's been kicked off of Borneo, and it looks like the Spanish are getting booted off as well. The Liberians are not happy about them being right on their doorstep. Boy, oh boy. It's interesting, though, how the Persians can't, you know, have a real attack going. Yeah, these 12 guys, these guys here could just walk at them, and they'd all be dead. Pretty sad landing. Yeah, so the Shaanxi now is just essentially attempting to reinforce what it has left. Which is smart. That's what they're going to want to do. Craziness. Pretty heavy fighting going on down here. It looks like Liberia's pulled off the island, though. They're not interested in it anymore. They've got a few divisions on it, but it doesn't look like they're super interested in defending it. Bigger fish to fry. Oh, have they landed? They landed at Nagasaki? No, they're trying to land at Oh, no, they have! They've landed at Kokura. And they are quickly moving up. Holy shit. That's insane. I need to pour myself a drink. Holy crap. I didn't think they'd have it in them to be able to land. I thought their navy would hold them off. Nice cup of soda. But no, apparently not. They took Nagasaki and Kokura. They're moving up the main island here. Kagoshima is within their sights on the south if those two troops stop glitching the fuck out. They've taken Koichi. Spanish troop is glitching out there. They're moving in towards Tokyo. They've landed at Tokyo. Oh, the Spanish are collapsing. Absolutely collapsing. Huge landings. There's a shit ton of troops on here. Like, they landed a bunch of troops. They were not fucking around. They are not Persian Empiring this up. Oh, they landed on the north of the island of Honshu. I do believe is the name of the main island. Not a whole lot of troops, though. More of a distractionary force. They got a tank and an infantry division. But then again, the Spanish don't have much answers anymore. They're being sandwiched now. Oh yeah, they're like 86% now. I was like, where the fuck is the Liberia going on Borneo? But I found out where they were going. They've reinvaded Borneo and have pretty much taken the island. I'm thinking once the Spanish are gone, if they don't declare war on anybody else, they can also focus on Shaanxi Republic, possibly take them out with Persia. Or they could target Persia next. That's totally possible. There's not much left in the Spanish Empire anymore. It had survived so long. It had been through so much. Like, insane. It's 1957, almost 1958, and they survived that long. Spanish Empire and People's Minjiang was annexed. Both fell at the same time. Dominican People's Republic declared war on Cape Commune. Czechoslovak Union declared war on America. Okay. The Liberians apparently are just going to hold firm on their war with the Shaanxi Republic and not declare war on anybody else. That's probably because they're fairly confident they could take them out. You could launch troops from Murmansk area here. You could launch them from inside of the Mediterranean or the North African coast. Give it a try. I mean, if the Persians are landing, that means their navy's not very strong. 227, but, you know, where the fuck are they? Everywhere, right? Probably being a lot of it being destroyed in the Pacific, because that was a big holding of theirs for quite some time. Interesting that the Czechoslovaks and the Americans are at war. The Czechoslovak Union doesn't have too many troops. Well, it has a few. And they do hold Cebu and these central islands here. So they're very close to America's, you know, capitals and stuff. They could harass the Americans pretty well. I think troop-wise they're fairly even. Where's the Americans' capital? Oh, it's right there. Calapan. It's quite the place to invade. It's going to be a difficult one. I don't know if they'll attempt it, but... Oh, they're attempting it. 60 ships, 3 divisions, One is a tank division. They have landed. I don't think that's going to last, though. They're invading a lot of, like, the spotty islands the Americans own. Who's this? Who are you? Kingdom of Egypt. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're invading a lot of the islands that America owns in the Pacific. Oh. They're trying to invade a Pari. Oh, they invaded in behind it. I think those are paratroop divisions. I think. Like, I don't think those are divisions that are being dropped in by ship. If they could somehow take a Pari, that could be enough. That would be a foothold, or Dagupan here. Oh, they left Dagupan. Oh, no, they didn't. Never mind. It's like they left. No, they didn't. Never mind. I gotta give it to the Czechs, though. They're giving it the good old college try. Persia has landed once again in a ineffectual spot that's going to do fucking nothing. Because they don't have a town or a port. What is Liberia's plans? Oh, they have divisions on the Faroe Islands. They're looking at actually attacking Reykjavik itself. And they have troops from Africa looking to attack this here. I mean, there's nothing there. They could sweep across. If somebody was just smart enough to take Cork, that would be it. That's all you need to do, is take Cork. Cork is undefended. It's a town, so there's supply. Just take Cork. That's all you need to do. Nothing else. Just take Cork. Liberia Commune is assaulting Reykjavik. Reykjavik is losing that fight, and they've landed in Reykjavik. That's it? Wait, what? Shanxi Republic was annexed. Why does it say Honduran Commonwealth? What the fuck? So the Shanxi Republic has given up. Looks like most of their land went to Liberia, which is fucking hilarious. Persia, you couldn't do it. That's so funny. So who is Liberia going to go after now? That's the question. They have to go to war with somebody. But who is it? I would assume it's the Persians. Yes. So finally we have the big two. The final big two. We have Liberia, which owns Africa, the Middle East, most of Asia, actually all of Asia, pretty well, with the exception of the southern portion of India. And then we have Persia, which is essentially Europe. Liberia, on the one side, 1.1, almost 1.2 thousand units. 3,100 factories, 1,835 of those are military. 4.8 million manpower. They are on service by requirement, which, you know, isn't great. 157,000 aircraft and a pretty impressive navy size too. Against the European Persians with 1,700 factories, 959 of those, so about half of what Liberia has are military factories. 18.52 million manpower on volunteer only, though they do have militarism and military youth enabled too. So actually pretty good on the manpower side. They've got a lot to churn through before they have to really start digging in. So that's actually really, really good. 726 divisions, 88,000 planes, and a pretty comparative navy to the Liberians. The Liberian Navy-wise, though, do have a bit of an up because of what they control. The islands of Iceland and Ireland, as well as the southern Mediterranean, as well as most of old Ottoman conquests when they took over Cuba. That is quite an advantage to them navally. As well as having that many more planes is also going to be a pretty heavy advantage to them. The only thing they have against them is their manpower. They have a lot, 4.81, and they seem to be able to pull pretty good overall. But service by requirement versus volunteer only, and the volunteer only has almost 20 million to go through before having to switch out or think about switching out is a big factor if Liberia can't make quicker work of the Persians. The Persians did make quick work of the Australians, so we never really know. There is considerably more divisions on the Liberian side, but we've seen the underdog win many times here before, so I'm not going to count it out. The Persians do also have 2 nukes. The Liberians have 7. I haven't seen either side use nukes. The Polish, when they were fighting them, I haven't seen nukes used, but you can see nukes are being used. Where? Not entirely sure where they're launching nukes at, but they are using nukes. So, yeah, it seems like 21 nuclear reactors on the Liberian side, where we have only 3 on the Persian side. And with, of course, air superiority being important, it's going to be difficult for them to launch those nukes. So yeah. We'll see. As you can see, down to 4. So they are using the nukes, which is smart. I'm not too sure where they're using them. But they are using them. So, yeah. Hard to say. There's a couple of fronts. There is the main line front that runs from the Balkans in mid-Albania, almost Montenegro, up through the Balkans, through parts of the Ukraine and into Russia, and up as far as fighting for Leningrad, which is a pretty major hub there. Once that's lost, that'll be a major one lost if Liberia does take the victory. The second front is considerably smaller. It is the Finnish-Swedish front, so the Scandinavian front there. Could go either way. We're seeing early gains for both. I'm seeing chipping happening down here by the Persians, but I'm seeing certain gains, like one right there, the little bubble, and little bubbles in the north. So it could still go either way. Liberia still hasn't pulled all of its troops to the front yet. There is a lot down here that just defeated Persian troops, in India, that still have to reach that front. So they're not fully manned up yet. So that could change things up a little bit as well. But I'm going to pause it. This is going to be a very, very long war. 2 very, very strong countries here. Persia versus Liberia. Who will win? Leave your comment now, and then edit your comment afterwards and see if who you think one wins. Yeah. Good luck, I guess. Alright, everybody. It's time. The Persian Empire is 98% towards capitulation. It's done. It's going to die. For whatever reason, the victory on this one is 38%. I'm not really sure why, but it is. That's what it is. No Persian Empire has been annexed. The Dutch Reich declared war on them. The Cape Commune's been declared war on by whoever the fuck, who cares. And yeah, that's probably because of this. Jesus. So yeah, the Dutch are now going to systematically invade the Czechs until there's nobody left, and that's what's going to happen between these 2 superpowers until it's just them, and then nothing will happen because they're too large to invade each other successfully. So the Dutch Reich owns America. Liberia owns Eurasia. Congratulations, both of you. Yay. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace.